everyone, welcome and welcome back. I'm glad to have you all with me here. So I am playing around with some things to send my patrons for March, and so I thought I'd turn the camera on. I've been wanting to make some spine dangles for my patrons, and so I picked out just a variety of beads and buttons, and also some decorative, like here's a butterfly. I also have little bunny rabbits here. So some little charms. I also have some little heart charms here. Let me open these up. And I have a fleur-de-lis charm. So let me show you. I made one spine dangle, and then here's a bunch of hearts. So let me show you my first spine dangle. Try to do it here. Do it without making a big mess. But here is the spine dangle. It's actually a paperclip spine dangle, but I have a butterfly charm, a button, a bead. I have these pretty little gem beads, another bead, a bunny rabbit, and then a button, and then some lace and ribbon. And let me show you how I have it. So I have it on this paper clip here. So then you just paper clip this down into the middle of your signature, just like that. And then it hangs off your journal, and you can, arrange it so that, whatever you want to show, shows. So that's a paper clip one. And I like them, but you're kind of limited with how much you can put on there because, the paper clip is small. So I thought I would do, this is one of my normal spine dangles that I do. I'll use an alligator clip, and then a couple bulb pins, and then a like a key ring fob, like you would use on a key ring. And how I like to use these is I put them on the hole up here, this hole right here, and then I hang it off the spine of the book like that. And so it just hangs. It's kind of hard to show you. It kind of hangs like this. There you go. And so now I am going to decorate this one with you all. And the best thing to do is to have the big end of the bulb pin up at the top. And that way it lays real nice. And so for this one, I thought it would be fun to add a couple charms or buttons, but I want to do some lace first. So I'm just going to kind of push these up a little bit. And don't you love all those colors together? I do. So I want to do some lace first. And I usually cut mine about 12 inches. And then if I need to trim it up later, I'll trim it up later. Let's see here. Yeah. And then I'll show you how I secure the ribbon onto here. And I like to cover up this hinge here with the ribbons. So I'm going to lay that one down. And then the next ribbon I think I'll do is, do this one here. And again, so I'm going to cut them all out first. There's that one. Leave them there so you can see them. There's this one. There's this one. This is one of my favorite. I think this is vintage. I think. I lose track after a while. And this one. And then I thought it would be fun to add in a little splash of color. So I have this pretty rose, yellow rose and greenery ribbon. And then a rickrack. So I hope everyone is doing well. Let me know what y'all been up to. It's been a crazy few days for me and my mom. We had these really bad storms come through, and my mom lost power to her house. And when we found out it was going to be more than a day, then we brought her back to our house because it was starting to get a little chilly. So what I do is I'll clip this on to my journal, but since I'm wanting you all to be able to see it, I am going to try to do it right here so you all can see it as well. And I just start to put the lace through and ribbon. Kind of stack them on top of each other. And I'm alternating. And you don't have to put this many. You can just do a couple. And I don't know if I'll use all of these or not. So we'll see how it looks. So this is, I have 4 little ribbons on there so far. I'm using a cream and white. I think a little pop of color might be fun. Put on there. I want the roses to show. And then I think the rickrack would be nice as well. Have that on there. And I don't know if I really need those. Maybe one more little one. That. And then I think I'll put this on top of that one. Go. So we have that in the middle, those on each side. And do I want to try to put the daisy on this one? Oh, that does look kind of nice. Okay, so that's probably too much stuff, but I'm going to go with it because I like it, and I think my patrons would like it too. And I do want to do, I think I'm going to do one string of for a dangle for beads, so then I can put 2 on here. I think that'll be good. And yeah, I think I'll just do 2. We'll see. I can always add another one. And so I'm going to put this on here. And then, so the trick is to cut you, I'm going to use this white color. I would also probably use this tan color. And what you do is you grab all of your pieces. Make sure this is half and half here. So I'm going to grab them all, and I'm going to unclip this because I need to pick it up. So I have all these bundled together, and I am just going to take this and wrap it around so I make sure I got everything, and I'm going to tie a knot. And so it's about a ½ inch down. It would help if I put my glasses on, wouldn't it? About a ½ inch down from the hoop, and you want to make sure that you have all of, I got a runaway bead. You want to make sure you have everything in there. So I think that looks okay. And so I need to tie a knot. I got one tie. Tie it again. There we go. And then, so this will be hanging up like this. I have 2 pieces there. And so then what I do is I wrap this around a few times until I get that to the length that I want. And then I tie it again, tie another knot. So you have a nice secure bundle there. Like that. So then now it's going to hang like this. I have 2 strings here that I can tie some beads, and I actually have a third one because of this up here, and I can trim this one off, or I can try to tie something to that one too. All right, so I like how this looks, and you can always kind of work with and rearrange the items if they aren't laying quite the way you want. They're real forgiving, so you can always play around with them and kind of get them scooshed back into place however you like. So like this one, I think that looks very nice. So I want to find a couple charms here, and I actually might move this one over a little because it's so close to this one. So I'm kind of spreading out the string here. So I'm going to move this over to this side. And then I'm going to just do a quick little knot here so it'll quit sliding around. Like that. And there. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 different strings. So now I need to decide what I want to put on here. So I do really like the yellow butterfly. And so this is kind of how, you know, without having to use jewelry pliers, and, you know, knowing how to kind of work with jewelry, I just use this really strong kind of embroidery twine, I think it is, or just twine. And I just put it through this charm, and I'm going to bring it up through the back, or what I think is the back of this butterfly. And then I am going to tie a square knot. So left over right and right over left. And then I will do one more knot just for good measure. And then there you have your little charm or butterfly. And I'm going to cut off that one there. So I really hope my patrons like these. Let me know what you think of them. So each one will be a little bit different. Each one will have, you know, different kind of color schemes, but they'll all be very similar. They'll all kind of have the same sort of stuff. So I think I'll put that there. Have that dangle a little bit lower. But so my patrons, they can keep it as a spine dangle, or they can decide to tear it all apart and use it for other things. So it's really up to my patrons how they want to use these. So, but I think they're, you know, that'd be great for any sort of spring type of journal, spine dangle, or summer, Easter. I mean, really any time of the year. So then we have this bead, and I'm going to trim this one off. There we go. And then one more. What do I want to put over here? Maybe I'll put one of these dangles. These are kind of cool. I got these on clearance. I think I showed y'all at Hobby Lobby. So these kind of have a topaz little gem in there. So I think that'll look nice. So yeah, so I'm just going to be mass making these, and I'll kind of give you an update after I got a few more made. So I was debating whether I wanted to do the paperclip one, this one here, or if I wanted to do the full spine dangle. And I think I'm going to go with this for my March patron. And then the other thing that I think I'm going to give them is just a fun little, this is just a little paper clip with a clasp, and then I'll have some beads added to it. So they'll get that in their March patron as well, Happy Mail. And this is for the bluegrass tier and for my international tier. So I do have spots available, and the patrons I have now, they've been really loving what I've sent them so far this year. So that's been very nice to hear that feedback. And I'm going to make this one a little bit higher. It's a little too low for me. So I think I'm going to put it like right about there. But yeah, I've been having so much fun coming up with things to make, and also things to curate. So I really am having a lot of fun going through all my vintage items, and plus finding more out there. And so my patrons get a mix of things that are made by me, as well as vintage and new things. You can check out what I sent in January and February. I have those videos posted. And I've also shown some videos of some of the things that I'm making for March. So you can get a sneak peek of those. But I'll do a full video on the March items. Okay, so there we go. All right, I think that looks very nice. So you have all these pretty different laces. Some are new, some are vintage, some ribbon, some rickrack, and then some little charms on there. So I think those all look really nice. All right, I'm going to keep on making. I hope this inspires you to give spine dangles a try. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye. I added on here at the end of the video just a couple more spine dangles I have finished. So this one, we have some greens and blues and yellows. Love those. And then this one went a little purple. So we have purple and green, this vintage button, a little bead, and then we have this really pretty bead here, and these pretty little beads. So I'll just keep on making.